Hey y'all, good morning. It is Delilah, 8th House Moon Rabbit. I gotta turn down my music. Boomaye. Major Laser. Right? Am I right? Do 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 do. Nah, okay. It's called Watch Out for This. Boomaye. Do 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 do. Horns do something for me, y'all. Which is funny, because I played violin. I never really wanted to be in band. But maybe I would have wanted to if it was like band after the big band era. All right. Good morning. I'm Delilah, 8th House Moon Rabbit. Back to get into it a little bit more. The title is Liberty or Death, and we'll see what comes out. Pardon me while I drink some coffee. Last few sips. Also, I'm going to turn down the AC. All right. Yeah. Got my flag. Because we believe in liberty in this home. All right. I will show you who came out. And because, maybe it was all meant to turn out this way, because Keter, Angel of the Crown, Spirituality came out to lead. Duma, the Angel of Dreams, is watching our 6, and I thank them. And these, especially these 3, seemed important because I saw them. Shaligiel, Angel of Snow, then Hazmed, Angel of Annihilation, and then Liliel, Angel of Night. And I felt like that was the close of the circuit of angel energy that, I'll remember, of angel energy that is supporting us through getting this message and, keeping powers and principalities off our asses when we come here with an open heart to receive. This is the sun. That looked crazy. Looked trippy as hell, didn't it? The sun, Ceres, or is it Ceres? Waxing gibbous moon. And then the close of this circuit was the new moon. But, pardon me, Eros. Sheesh. Has an emphasis here. Pardon me. And as I had to do less shuffling to begin with, I have more time to elucidate by reading out of the book. Every one of these will perhaps not be read in full. Keter, the crown, spirituality, the first emanation, the first utterance, the font of energy through which Inself emanates into the universe. The crown sits above the head and embodies that which is beyond our comprehension. One must envision Keter not as an object that can be perceived, but as the light that is cast upon it. Keter's light is beyond knowability, a timeless expanse of pure consciousness. Only through respect for our own limitations do we begin to see the shadow of its nature. It is the dark orb beyond which lies the infinite. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe. As the highest point of the on the tree, all continuums cascade downward from it. Keter stands in contrast to Malkuth, who rests at the very bottom of the tree. The span that lies between them measures the complete distance from the most spiritual to the most physical aspects of our existence. Journeying downward from this point, all other emanations become increasingly close to our present experience, found in spiritual epiphany, faith, and humility. Let's go to Shiligiel. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Shiligiel, angel of snow. The bravery of happiness in the face of sadness. Happiness that stands against the stark cold and does not shiver. The winter is heralded by the fall of snow as Shiligiel dances. Each step is unique as the snowflakes that frolic about this angel. The quiet reveler of winter, Shiligiel moves over the time, a bright and joyous visage amidst a harrowing landscape. Its presence brings relief to those who seek escape from an overburdened world. Take refuge from what ails you. It is time to recover. The signs are a snowflake, a seed, a pine tree. Hazmed. Angel of annihilation, the unmaker. A terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hazmed's hands. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be and loose it from existence. Signs, a hood, an eclipse, an empty field. After the new moon, an eclipse. Which one is it? Solar. Okay. Underneath that is Libra and the 5th house. Hazmed. Who's next? Liliel? Yes. Liliel, angel of night, a fleeting spirit who dances across the sky, beautiful but aloof. That's 2 dancers. Maybe we need to dance more. Did I say beautiful but aloof? Stars fill the tresses of Liliel's hair. The night passes, whether we are lost to quiet murmurs of sleep or staring out at a darkened expanse of sky. For everything you see, there is 1,000 things unseen. You witness the glimmer, the gleaming of what is truly there. Liliel passes from star to star, filling the night with light. One would think the darkness is Liliel's realm. However, it is starlight that heralds night's arrival. Star bright, stars light, dance on and on across this night. Okay. What lullabies await us? Thank you. What glittering night charms what glittering night charms will Lelio hang upon the sky for all to see, for all to dream? Signs, wind, sheer cloth, and the moon. I love how it all just comes together. Okay, the sun. Where you at? That's Eros. Ceres. Mercury. New moon. Okay, the sun. The fifth house. Fire element. Symbols: sunflowers, candles, gold, amber, and lions. The sun is the most important and well-known component of our big three. It is our basic identity. Starting with this key piece of our personality, it is from there that the rest of the planets build a complete picture of us. Who we are is our natal chart, and the sun is the first step in bringing this to life. This beautiful and fiery mass holds all the planets in its gravitational pull. Without him, we cease to exist. This understanding of our mortality is how we develop our ego, which then determines our base motivations in life. The ego wants to evolve into something great. It has a purpose to fulfill that is determined by the characteristics of our sun sign. When we are living in alignment with our sun, we feel an inner calmness. A weakened state can cause us to lack self-confidence and awareness. An excessive state can cause us to become egomaniacs on a quest of destruction. The sun is the most welcome and joyous card in the deck. His radiance and warmth gives us the confidence to be our best selves. This part refers to inner reading. From this point on, anything is possible. He reminds us that our best qualities had been there the whole time. The whole time! We needed the light to shine in our darkest corners. Too much sun, however, can be dangerous. At times it can contradict other parts of your nature. It can bleach and scorch them to the point where you think they may die, but they don't. Life is resilient, and soon little bits begin to regrow. Even when the sun hurts us, we must remember that without it, we wouldn't exist at all. It's okay to throw up some temporary shade when you need relief, but don't hide too long or you will miss this golden opportunity. Keywords are ego, pleasure, joy, confidence, purpose, vibrance, strength. Purpose is twice. So, double importance. Positivity. Next is Ceres. Symbols are grains, nature, seasons, motherhood, and the full moon. Ceres is the ultimate mother figure in mythology. Her unwavering resolve to rescue her daughter Proserpina. This came out sometime last week. I guess Ceres is also Demeter. And Proserpina is also Persephone. Okay. To come back to the realm of the living for half of the year. This time is represented by the blossoming of spring, but come autumn, when her daughter must return to Pluto, Ceres becomes depressed and angry, and things begin to die around us. Autumn is coming soon. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. There was no sneezing, no hiccups before I started. The changing of the seasons is a metaphor for the position of Ceres in our natal chart. Here we not only find our own nurturing traits, but also the themes of relationships with our parents, which can range from loving and tender to deeply fractured. The way in which we approach health, fertility, and life changes is determined by Ceres. as is our response to trauma and how we grieve loss. When she is well aspected, we go with the flow, and things seem to come naturally to us. When she is not, we can be possessive, narcissistic, and needy. In a reading, things are abundant in your life right now, and the potential for reaching your goals is at its peak. You just need to stay focused on the things that matter most to you. Don't let minor distractions get in the way of that or influence your decisions. You know what is best for you, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. Amen. If you are going through a low emotional period, do your best to appreciate the beauty in the everyday. Eat nourishing foods and make beautiful art. Go for walks and reconnect with nature. Spend time with your loved ones doing things that matter. Material items and overindulgence will not serve you right now, so avoid emotional binges. When we are children, our parents are supposed to take care of us. They should hug us when we are sad and feed us when we are hungry. At some point, we take over this parental role for ourselves. If you're struggling getting things done, it could be that a wound from your upbringing is causing you to get in your own way. Keywords: nurturing, abundance, unconditional love, rage, grief, loss, and beauty. That reminds me of what I said to y'all about the inner child. I don't need Pluto. Who's next? It's a waxing crescent moon, which is right next to the new moon. Here they're in reverse order. Huh, crazy. Waxing crescent moon. In a reading, the moon is beginning to show herself, and beneath the surface, the roots of the seeds you planted are beginning to weave and strengthen in the soil. Growth can be broken up into two parts: obstacles, which are negative patterns from the past, and actions, which are changes made to achieve alignment. What this means is that focusing your energy toward what you want to accomplish is a form of self-care. What? Just resist the urge to overwater your garden, as you don't want to end up with root rot. Which reminds me of the orchid. Eros, the lover. Symbols are arrows, swans, doves, blindfolds, candles, and hearts. In astrology, Eros is the god of erotic love and passion. He was tasked to place a curse on Psyche by his mother, Aphrodite, but instantly fell in love with her beauty and her kind nature. In astrology, Eros represents where romantic desire and passionate energy comes into play. Eros in your chart tells you what turns you on, what excites you, not only in sex but also in life. Think of this asteroid as a blend of Venus's and Mars' energy. Alongside Psyche, Eros can be used in synastry readings to get a better understanding of power dynamics in a relationship. Passion can be exciting and wonderful if both parties feel the same way, but destructive if one isn't interested. In a reading, Eros in a reading indicates our subconscious desires about what we are looking for in a mate. If you're unattached, his appearance can signal that you are ready for commitment and need to get in touch with the attributes you want in a partner. If you're in a relationship, you may need to make more time for your partner and reconnect on a spiritual and sexual level. Alternatively, Eros asks us to look deep inside ourselves and find our passion. It could be romantic love, it could also be healthcare, or it could be sports, anything. What matters is that it lights your soul on fire. This asteroid wants us to realize our dreams, as they are what keeps us going. It's the Gowlin remix of All the Things She Said. I think it's Gowlin. The keywords are romance, desire, passions, sex, love, blending of energy, all the things, Gowlin. Okay, and the last is new moon. In a reading, this phase represents the starting point of the lunar cycle. It is where the subconscious and the conscious mind share the same plane, and this means you should focus on your aspirations and emotional desires. If you plant the seeds, they shall grow. A lot of seed growing, nurturing, self-care, love, passions. of the new moon as a blank page where you control the story. What do you wish for most? This can also be a period of uncertainty and insecurity because we cannot see the moon's glow. All right, before I begin with the cards, let me go handle my nose. Pardon me. Love the feeling of being alive while we're still young. Okay. Ooh. We had Lupe Fiasco and Kendrick Lamar for the movies. No, for the music. Lupe? And Kendrick Lamar, I got All the Stars. Also, Be Humble. I feel like Being Humble came up somewhere already. And then we have Touch, Fallen. And underneath, Needful Things. Clash of the Titans. All of these I saw yesterday. Past days seem so wrong. Summer nights love it when it takes so long. Run with the feeling of being alive while we're still young. Run with the feeling of being alive while we're still young. Okay. For Lupe Fiasco, I hear The Words I Never Said and Sunshine. You're the starry skies above me, won't you please come down and hug me? Think I found love in this club tonight. Whoa, whoa. I could listen to the beat of that song on repeat. Camelo Pardalis, Convey. My son does not like the Mayhem commercials, which I find so funny because my little boo, me, and my father all are mutable sons with Cancer moons, and me and my daddy think that shit is hilarious. That was Canes Venatici, Hunt. Karina, Support, and Leo, Defeat. I feel the need to tell you what song this is. It's Alice in Wonderland, Run. And if it's not liked on this station, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Don't take it down. Don't take it down. okay. It's, wow. Don't take it down. I needed you another way. Giving up another won't break me. It's moving on, so walk away, run. That's why. It's moving on, so walk away, run. And that fear. Ooh, while I'm shuffling, if nothing else more relevant to this moment comes up and interrupts me, hey, that was spirit, but fell in reverse. That's for somebody, not me though. Ooh. I can tell you all about my dream. Hey, I got the magic in me. And every time I touch a track, it turns into gold. Weezer, or maybe just the frontman of Weezer, and B.O.B. It's moving on, so walk away, run. Okay, the dream that I had last night, which inspired me to, well, it's not just the dream. It was the dream and the messages that I got about it when I woke up and the way I felt about it in the dream and when I woke up. Okay, I don't know if I've said this before, but I don't have lucid dreams thus far. From the way my dreams have been going, I might be working through that blockage. Maybe it was a blockage. I had always assumed that it was perhaps the way I was supposed to dream. Maybe I get something more out of dreaming when I don't know that I'm dreaming than perhaps I would have lucid dreaming. Because none of my dreams feel like dress rehearsals. It always feels like I'm here, this is my life, okay? Now, Hyades, pessimism. I used to have vicious nightmares years ago. But at least since around the time of my son's birth, I didn't show you. Even my violent dreams, it's like if it's a nightmare, it's because of the stress response. Because they feel like real events when I'm there. I used to wake up feeling, fucking shook. Like I didn't experience something, a fucking trauma, Volans, ascend. Well, last night I had a dream that I was like staying at a beach hotel. Not the highest scale place, but it wasn't a nasty looking place either. It was just a regular hotel or maybe even a motel. I fucking haven't stayed in enough to know the difference between them. And, hey, conform, reveal, sacrifice, and divinity. The constellation Norma, which is conform. Victor, which is Aries, which is sacrifice. And we saw Libra too. Underneath our main and their supportings, so I'll call them emphases. Lips is dry, pardon me, y'all. And last but never least, Divinity. Crux. Which is never a negative omen. Okay, in this dream, shit started to pop off. It was like a beach party. You can imagine like weekend at Bernie's. So maybe I was at, the water was very clear. So maybe I was at some kind of destination. You know what I mean? Look at that. Worship. I think, if I gotta think, then I should. Pixis, guide and time. That's it. Pixis and Horologium, guide and time. So somehow I ended up getting followed to my room and cornered. And looking in this man's eyes, and learned in my life how to move first. And because I knew that the move wasn't going to be, pardon me, I knew the move wasn't going to be hand-to-hand combat followed by a graceful win, and that I'm not for being dominated under harsh or tyrannical rule. I booked it out the room, I ran into the sea, and I paddled my feet as far and as hard as they could take me to the bottom. And it was like GTA, you know, the animation of people swimming. And it was dark, it was night, and you could see so many stars out, and there was palm trees. And as I was going down, I just, fuck it. I was taking big swallow breaths of water, because I was like, if I get captured, I'm gonna get captured dead. It's got to be what it's got to be. But I turned around and I didn't see him. And as I sank down to the bottom, expecting, the pain of what happens when you swallow water, it never came. I've died in my dreams before, and I didn't die. I just waited on it, and I think I might have thought something like, this is a dream. I don't remember if the moon was out in the dream, but it definitely was night. Moon. Temperance. I think I might have wondered to myself, is this a dream? Might have even thought, what a nice dream. 8 of Pentacles. And I woke up. And then it woke me up for the day. And it woke me up at 4 a.m., I think. So I figured that was my cue to go ahead and start the day. And when I was meditating, and I was not thinking about the fact that it was 9/11. But the theme for that dream for me was liberty or death. Because, bitch, authenticity is the only game that I'm playing over here. And I really believe in that shit. The Chariot. numerologically, yesterday's date was 9/1/123. So 9, 10, and then beginning again, the world type energy. And the wheel. This Four of Cups card kind of hit pessimism, Hyades, and brought it back. Here we have the Queen of Coins. Or is it just Cancer? Moon, moon, moon. Huh. Pentacles, pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. The Five of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Judgment. Oh, where's Page of Swords in reverse. The blinding of prying eyes is what I got. Oh, and I also received the full, I think it's the full quote. Bent but unbowed, battered but unbroken. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Two nines. 9. You first. Here we have the Nine of Cups and the Hermit. One of those is going to be extra when I'm done clarifying. Knight of Swords. I was just about to say out of my mouth, is somebody not listening to Spirit? Maybe somebody's not listening to Spirit as it pertains to you. Maybe somebody's been watching you closely and not seeing what they expected to see. Which kind of be like, here's your sign. Ten of Swords. In this Ten of Swords, it's the spirit of spite. I'm pretty sure that fairy tale or folkloric tale, got a hiccup in there, is about an uncle who takes his niece out to murder her. I believe for inheritance. You know, it's always greed, ain't it? But she manages to cling to the side of the boat. And then, a real act of evil and spite, he cuts her fingers off. I'm getting ungodly. And over this 4 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and 7 of Coins, here we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. And that is the difference between 4 and 9. 5, 5, 10. This totally does go to the movie Touch, also titled Fallen. Like, I'm not sure what, like, why that is, but it is. John Goodman, Denzel Washington. 3 of Cups. Harsh words, harsh thoughts coming in swiftly, supported by a group. Somebody busy trying to convey who they think you are instead of minding their own fucking business. Minding the business that pays them. Which, you know, God ain't never told me to do that. Here we have the 2 of Wands. I believe that that is a depiction of Janice, who sees the past and the future at the same time and has to try to orient himself, since one head is facing one way, it sees the past, and the other is facing the opposite way, it sees the future. Maybe reverse for him, I don't fucking know. He's got to be blind to the present. That leaves a lot of room for error, doesn't it? Error of interpretation. 5 of Swords. 5, 5, 10. Having gone through hardships and reached the end of a cycle of hardships in one respect, but having another unexpectedly. Four of Wands. Coming into your own stability. Hey, that's a 5 of Pentacles. That's another, look, what I say. Being out in the cold. That's a little matchstick girl. Cold world. And the Ace of Cups. This definitely feels bifurcated here. Fenrir. The magical wolf who was tricked by Balder, I believe. Odin's son Balder, most beloved of that god's children. I think it was Balder. And I think he might have lost a hand, perhaps, tricking this wolf into being bound. As you can see, there's a sword driven through the muzzle, pinning it shut. No biting. The Empress is up underneath that. The 9 of Wands, wounded warrior, 10 of Coins. Anansi, the trickster god. This gives me big somebody being unpleasantly surprised. Somebody who either should shut their mouth, shut up while they're ahead, shut up, just shut up, shut up. Shut it up, just shut up, shut up. They should maybe think about doing that, or they have been shut up. I forgot to keep this face side up. Dominance. Somebody who maybe wanted to dominate you in some respect, who has to watch you be stable, be loved and loving. And that's like some deep shit for them. Touch Fallen, it's about a demon that travels from person to person via physical contact. Although, here we are talking about spiritual shit, so let's say a demon that passes back and forth through words. But because touch is an engagement, let's say words that you have to engage with. Love, let's talk about love. Is it everything and anything you hope for? Or do the feeling haunt you? Maybe at this point they're looking back over what they said about you because you didn't conform to something that they thought was mandatory. Or perhaps not even that you didn't conform to something they thought that was mandatory, but something they couldn't perceive. They couldn't see it. And so they just wanted to defeat you. They wanted to fuck up your support. They wanted you to feel afraid. They wanted you to doubt. They wanted you to doubt your connection to spirit, doubt your ascension with this pessimism. They might have even been throwing you the evil eye. But here you are, loving and being loved. And I love it for you. And they might be in for the getting the big reveal about what they've been nurturing. I wonder why. We had, well, Two of Pentacles is right here. Maybe you have less than them in some way. And they thought you were laughable. Am I a joke to you? They thought you were measly in some way. I'm hearing that pipsqueak. But you were starting small because you were starting honest, humble. For you to have done it a different way, you would have had to do fuck shit, so you didn't. Are you out here doing what's right just because it's right to do? Ace of Pentacles. Well, here you go. A present. Just for me. I also am hearing, not for the first time, time is on my side. Yes, it is. That song is in, it's the Rolling Stones, but it's all over that movie. Ooh, I got another card down here. That's what the demon be singing. I won't spoil the plot for anybody that sees this and wants to go watch it. It's a good-ass movie. Seven of Cups. illusion. Like, somebody thought that, spirit in the reverse. Somebody thought that spirit had put them on your tail, but they're just fucking unhealed. They're unhealed to the point where it distorts. Yep. It distorts their intuition. It's like where they were supposed to be getting, this person convicts my spirit. There's something inside of me that needs a tune-up. They got, this person agitates my spirit, and it must be because there's something fucking wrong with them. Like, with the, what? But it was just, look, but it was just how loved you are, agitating the void of love that they got somewhere in their life. What? Before I go there, because as we already saw, the Empress of this deck, and this is the Emperor of the same deck, and this is a very secure Emperor-Empress connection. So if you are not connected as a feminine or a masculine divine to your counterpart, this is you reaching the balance within yourself. Leona confirms. You got that Queen of Cups energy because it's a gift from things that you witnessed, experienced, and did in your youth. It's a long past gifts from the divine that have just been stored for you until you healed your crown enough to receive it. The motherfucking truth. Marvin the Martian, Ludium 2, P33, Space Modulator. And here we have that devil, the Knight of Cups, moody, sensitive, aloof, can be vain. Maybe they thought that of you. Maybe they thought you can't be that soft and still be hard. Like, ha 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 ha. You know, like, can't you just hear it? And they thought they were going to have you yoked up. Unable to lead yourself and others, because this is the King and Queen of Wands from that deck. And that's what the King and Queen of Wands do. But justice is coming for that ass, if it hasn't already arrived, because I know I've been talking about it for weeks now. I get Gemini from both of these. Leaving somebody to shadow box while you manifest, because, you know, what other people feel about you is not your business. And if nobody else is minding the business that pays them, you better be. If you know like I know. Yep. Somebody is or is about to be. There's that Ten of Swords again. Looking at things from a different perspective about their harshness. Wishing they could go back with this Three of Wands and respect the vibration of the lovers. Maybe they're walking away at this point to get their shit together, which would be wise, because in their minds, they had all the smoke for you. But really, who they was really fighting is the divine and spirit, when they should have been getting prayed up with worship, guide, and time. They were throwing friendly fire. Because, you know, in the Bible, all of the characters who should be working together ain't. Sometimes the blessed person is disliked by other people who are also blessed. But typically, they get that back. Because they weren't on mission. It brings to mind Jacob. Jacob being sold into slavery by his very own brothers because they didn't like his ass. Because he was just too much of something, one thing or another, too much for them. Sold him for cash to the Egyptians, needful things. But little did they know that he was being put into position. Because when God needs a thing done, Him and Holy Spirit move things along so that even if you don't participate in a way that you should, that the thing gets done. This is all above. Still got a few minutes. This is a long one today. With Anima Mundi, I'm going to go ahead and check the earthly plane because all of this is above. It's lofty energy. About what's above you now, my sweet Voyager. Look. That chariot again. The same chariot from above is here below. The Queen of Wands again. Maybe your stability isn't showing. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles twice. Maybe your stability isn't showing here on Earth yet. Believe that it's coming. If it's not already here and just being hidden from the eyes of covetous, hateful spirits. In the lecture that it wasn't really a lecture, it was more a panel that I was listening to about Mount Sinai, wherein Jordan B. Peterson read the passages up to date, Queen of Pentacles, here on Earth. Like I said, everybody doesn't need to see what the fuck you got going on. It's not their motherfucking business. Look at this. The Emperor and the Sun, after this Five of Swords, somebody that wanted to win against you at all costs. Perhaps seeing something with the Hangman from a different perspective. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Can't relate. The Fool. Because you got new journeys, big tings. Temperance was just over there chilling, waiting for me to notice. Temperance showed up in this deck. And I was like, if it's supposed to come out again, it'll. And it did here in the 3D. I feel like somebody made a deal with the devil. Perhaps unknowingly, unwittingly. Look. Somebody maybe was getting a little bit of extra juice and a little bit more of a battery in their back to go against you from the devil. And something about that is going to die. And, you know, we can hope for best case scenario that it's an ego death. The Lovers. Because there again, maybe it's your mouth. Maybe your mouth pissed somebody off. Because I get, that's, Magician is Mercury energy. The Lovers is Gemini, also mercurial. And that's not to say that you're necessarily spicy or controversial. The Moon. But you fucking triggered somebody. You ignited their fears. Maybe they felt like you were talking about them. And maybe in your mind you weren't, but you were. That Five of Pentacles coming down. Eight of Swords. The High Priestess. Maybe you just realized who it is. The Wise Owl. Ha! And underneath Needful Things is the Clash of the Titans. Calibus really thought that he had it all under control, didn't he? Spiteful ass. Look at that. I think that might have been in reverse. This King of Swords. Somebody who thinks that they're precise and articulate. Somebody thought they were right on the money. But they should have taken a left turn at Albuquerque and put them fucking burdens down. Yep. Because the sun is here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I said, it's alright. Four of Pentacles. No, that's not the Four of Pentacles. That's the Four of Cups. We saw before. The Four of Cups is the only one that didn't come out in this series of 3, 2. Well, yeah, I think we did see. It's 1, 2 is not here. 3 is here. 4 is here. 5 is here. Where is 4? I said 4 is here. Fuck it. Here it is. Here in the 3D, somebody is feeling rejected, dejected, confused in their feelings. Ha! Don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Who that? This is your Ace of Pentacles here. And I feel like guard it, okay? And maybe don't tell nobody about it. Because those dealings and talkings and feelings that were done in the dark that they didn't want to examine on their own time, the chicken's coming home to roost. Like sands in the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Some unexpected developments coming here into the world. I also get, because the Three of Pentacles is a, what is it called? Emanation of Empress energy. I'm getting that, look, another 3. You can bet on God, yeah, that your ships are coming in. You can bet on God that everybody's ships are coming in. Whoever and whatever is on that bitch. Because that winning at all costs strategy, unless you're just fighting for your own liberation, your own liberty, the wages are death. You can't fight to subdue somebody else. Pardon me. I feel like that's the end. Here we have the world. It's come all around nicely. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow most likely.